All right, here we are. We're live. What's up, guys? It's Wednesday. This is the Wednesday evening stream. We're starting a little bit later. Let's see. We're going to say brand new junk packs. We just restocked the junk packs. It took like an hour. Fresh consignment slabs. And what's the last part of this stream? What should we say? Free Pikachu slab. How about that? So junk packs, consignment, free Pikachu. That's what we're saying today. Let's go ahead and share that to our Discord server. Happy Wednesday. Hey, how's it going, guys? Today in Missouri, it was shockingly good weather. So perfect outside. We're going live for Wednesday evening. It must have been like 65 degrees and sunny with the light breeze. It was just perfect. I ended up going outside. We didn't get home till a little bit later. And then I sat down and I spent like an hour working on these junk packs because, you know, we sold out of the junk packs again. The junk packs are weirdly popular. People love them. And what I decided to do is instead of being greedier with them, I'm actually more generous with them because I see them as this experiment that's gone well. So it's a working experiment product that people seem to enjoy. So I think my target number of cards used to be 10. The target number of cards per pack is now 14. That's almost a 50% increase in cards. So we made them fatter, basically. And we didn't really change the formula for what was going in there. It's still junk. You just get more of it. So it's a more junky pack for you junk lovers. All right, so we've pinged. Let's go ahead and get the website pinned. The junk packs, they sell out. It's so wild, actually. If I had more time, I would have made more of them, but I saw that we were getting close to like 5:30, and I was like, we better stop. We got to go live before it's too late. Really, I don't know how it happened, but this stream slowly became a 5 to 7 stream, and that's not exactly an ideal time because Karis gets off at about 5:30. So she spends a little while alone, and it's dark outside by the time I'm done working. So I don't know how that's going to look for the next week because she is officially on vacation. She is now on vacation starting tomorrow. Her work ends today, and then she goes on vacation. So now she's off work. She's taken a week off for the IVF. So that's what's going on. Yes, the IVF guides. I'm about to become Papa Smurf over here. What a lucky kid. What a lucky kid. He just gets, I suppose it might be a boy because the embryo's male, but I don't know if that guarantees it. But he just gets to inherit all this? Like, man, I would choose to be my kid. He gonna be spoiled as F, dude. All right, so Mr. Pat. Is Pat here? Yeah, this is a lucky situation for some baby spirit winning the lottery over here. That's life a little bit, isn't it? All right. Oh, we're actually in horizontal mode, so we're going to use the app for the comment section. There we go. Brand new junk packs. Finally got my package from PSA. Mr. Patrick says, yes, sir. So remind me, Patrick, which of these are we pre-grading? You sent a whole bunch. Tell me real fast in chat which ones you want a quick pre-grade on. These all upright, good. These are the slabs. Remind me how we're pricing these. Are we going off of my price, or did you give me a price list? Oh, this one doesn't have a sleeve. It's got a little. See, it's a little splotchy already, so you can't have that. You gotta have you gotta keep this clean. You gotta keep that in the sleeve. Why's that one not sleeved? The good news is that it does seem to clean up pretty well. All right, I gotta warn you, you gotta keep them sleeved, okay? Because if we're gonna sell them, we want to be nice looking. Take a microcloth to it and put it in a sleeve. So Apocalypse, Hulk, the Animal, and Metal Spider-Man. All right. You got it, man. All right, set that there. Let's get this into one of these real fast. Walked into Walmart earlier and caught a restock. Ah, good for you, man. That's nice. People, they're frustrated because they can't get the product at the retail price. So let's look at that again. Apocalypse, Hulk, the Animal, and Metal Spider-Man. The Animal. Hulk. Which one's Animal? You mean Beast? Apocalypse, Hulk, the Animal, Metal Spider-Man. You mean like this guy right here? All right, good. So the rest shall go into your bag for the moment. There we are, the Patrick bag, as it were. Beast, sorry, lol. The Animal, bro. That's like boomer stuff. Oh, those are lovely cards you have there. What Pokemon is that? It's the Animal? All right, let me have a sip. Today I'm drinking peach tea. Okay. You got an ETB and some 10-pack poster collections? Poster collections? No. I have the Ascended Heroes ETBs, though. If you buy 9 packs, you get the promo card. You're wanting a grade on this. First of all, who prints it? A place called Skybox. I've never graded Skybox cards before, okay? Give me a moment. I gotta sneeze. I've got my sneeze guard here. My hands are actually quite clean. Did you guys know, before we go live, I like to wash my hands, right, to remove the oil? I bet every streamer doesn't do that. And then we've got a nice cloth here for me to sneeze into because I started sneezing so much it seemed necessary. Normally the way I sneeze is I turn all the way away from the camera. I turn all the way around. Then I put my nose into my shirt. That's the normal way I sneeze, so that the sneeze is caught in my shirt. But we got a full cloth going for these allergy season days. All right. That's some kind of speck of dust there, is it not? Let's see. No? All right, so you seem to have a dot right there. I don't want to, like, smudge it to try and get it off. Card has a bad corner here. This card will fail a 10. A 100 won't pass a 10 because that corner's bad. So this guy is a 9 at best. Look at that sleeve. That's a bad sleeve. Mr. Pat, you got to upgrade, man. Upgrade them sleeves. There we go. All right. So because of an issue on the corners, it is a hard not 10. Okay. All right. Card number 2. Find out what's going on with this. So this is a Beast, not to be confused with the Animal. Who's printed this one? I don't know who printed this one. Fleer. Okay, it's Fleer. So this is a Fleer X-Men. You know, we ought to get more X-Men and more Marvel up here. Andy Hubert or something. Okay. Doing an examination. It's not perfect. Don't bother with BGS. There's only one surface on the... There's only one flaw on the front surface that bothers me. You do have scratch lines on the back. So I'll go ahead and show that to you. So here you can see these are... there's enough of them that I think this will lose a grade. Sometimes I think PSA kind of lets these through, but yours are bad enough that I don't think it's going to make it through. So this is also a hard not 10. I would say surface flaw up here. There's just something, it looks like it's stuck to the surface. My question is it permanently stuck there? And then we're seeing scratch lines on this side. I'm not guaranteeing that it will get a 9 even. It might be a 7. But what I'm trying to show you is that you won't get a 10. Okay, now we're going to look at Metal Hulk. I'm assuming this might be Fleer as well. This might be Skybox. Skybox. It's because these have been in the closet for a couple of years. Okay, I hear you. Let's see what's going on with this guy. You got a print line that runs through the card. Now, it might be ignored by PSA, but I wouldn't send it to tag. Do you see how it's kind of a grid right here? Runs on the back of his head and then it goes vertical too. Sometimes PSA just treats that as part of the print. You know, they treat it not as a flaw, but as a part of the manufacturing of the card. So I've seen PSA do that. But just so you know, really tough companies like Tag and BGS will reject that. They'll say that's not a 10. What's this? My phone going off? This quarter on the bottom left will immediately fail a 10. So you have a white corner on the bottom left-hand edge. Let me show you what that looks like. So you see this corner? That's a 9 all the way. So have you ever seen up on the table like a PSA 10 Topps card? A lot of you guys don't really appreciate how insane that is. A lot of you guys just treat it like, oh, what a stupid Topps card. I don't like Topps. The reason I mess with Topps is because I look at that and I go, that's crazy. Like, how do you get a 10 on a card that's been printed so long ago and it's got square cut corners and hollow foil on it? It's near impossible. It's so rare to get a 10. You have to go through hundreds of cards to get a single 10 from the Topps cards. So that's why, like, we have this Geodude up here, right? And I look at him, and he's only $200, $250. And it just doesn't make a lick of sense to me because what is that, the cost of 2 boosters maybe? You know, 2 good boosters or even 1 good booster? It just makes no sense. Now, he's Geodude, so do people want to spend $250 on Geodude? Maybe not. But from, like, a technical point of view, from, like, a grading technical point of view, it's like an anomaly. Like, it shouldn't exist. It's so rare to find. It's unbelievable. All right, so we're at 999, last card. Here it goes. Okay, he's got a piece of debris on the surface. Let's see if it's loose debris or if it's stuck there. It was loose. We should have done that to the other one. Should have tested that. Unfortunately, on the bottom, this appears to be stuck here. Okay, so this is stuck here, whatever that is. It's not coming off. So 2 pieces of dust. I don't want to mess with it too much. What I need is like an air blaster. An air blaster might get that off. Now, if it was my card, I'd take a little microfiber cloth and just wipe it off if it was even possible, because you'd find out real fast that way. The brush is very sensitive and light. All right, now if we take a look at this card, here we can see there's a vertical line that runs up the back of the card all the way through. See it? Actually, there's multiple of them. You see it? So this card also will fail to grade 10. So there you go. Welcome to the world of square cut cards. Square cut glossy cards. Welcome. All for $9.99. You could send 1 out, see how it fares, and if it does well, send the rest. But what I would do if I were you, I would go ahead and copy and paste the timestamp of the stream here so that you can come back to it later and enjoy it. Oh, I suppose you want these to go back in here. Let's put them back in. You know what's funny is I don't even store my square cut cards this way. I just put them in bags. I really do. I could go get you some Topps bags and show you. When I'm ready to send them out to grade, now that's a different story. I start putting them into semi-rigids, but they never actually go in a top loader. All right, but you know, a lot of that's because I know the bag's not going anywhere. It's not getting shipped. It's not going to move. I have no kids. The cat's locked out of the room, right? So it's just going to sit in a nice little box and not move again until I pick it up. So my cards are pretty safe. All right, there you go. I can grade more of those if you're interested. I know you have more in the bag. I'll show you again what your cards are now. Ooh, we still got to get Jaded's cards and take a picture. My God, I'm so busy. I keep forgetting to do that. So there's the rest. You graded 4 of them, and now you know you're probably not hitting 10s on those. Thank you, Mr. Pat. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm going to do is make sure his name is on the back of all of these. I'm going to say Pat. Like this, Pat Gibbs. All right, so we're going to make sure his name's on the back of all of them. Okay, we want it on this one, too. So this one looks like it might be one of your personal cards that you sent me. I don't think I sold you that one. That's pretty cool. Serena, and it's wildly off-center. Look at that, guys. That's an error card, all right. Too bad it's not Eevee or something. All right. Mr. Pat. And now I'm going to set them right here for pricing. Good. So we can start working on those one at a time. Welcome, guys, to the evening stream. We started a little bit late, so we're going to not have as long of a stream, but what I did was I spent about 1 hour working on junk packs. So we made a whole bunch of junk packs. Do you like junk packs? We got them. We got a bunch of them. Today's menu, Mr. Hear Me Out. I got taco, quesadilla, and queso tacos, deep fried Oreos, and Twinkies. Nice. We are. Let me think. If you could make something that I would enjoy, what would TCC buy? What would I normally buy? You know what I really like from the Mexican restaurants, as silly as that sounds? I really love the Mexican rice. That's actually my favorite part. Like, it doesn't really matter what else I'm eating. Taco, burrito, chimichanga, whatever it is. If the rice isn't good, I don't want to eat there. It's got to be good rice. So I love it when the authentic restaurants have really good tasting rice with the whatever the Mexican food seasoning on it. And I like to take a little bit of cheese off of whatever I'm eating and eat it with the rice. It's so good. Rice and cheese. That's my favorite. Beans too, man. If you make really good beans, you know, they always have a side of rice and beans, and there's something like palate cleansing about it. You know, because the meat's always so oily, and the taco shell and the burritos, it's just like eating a loaf of bread. There's something about having some rice and beans that's just like, I don't know. It transforms me into a different kind of human for a little while. There you go. Because when I go out to eat at a Mexican restaurant, the food's always really heavy. It's just really, really heavy. Am I right? You guys, I'm sure you guys like going to your local Mexican restaurant. We got like 5 of them out here, all like within a minute of each other. It's really crazy. There's a ton of them out here in Camdenton, Missouri. And so you have your choice between them all. And it doesn't matter what you order. It's heavy, dude. But the rice and the beans, that part of the meal is always pretty light. You're just like, I can just enjoy the rice and beans. All right. Make me some bacon-wrapped burritos with pico. Damn, now I'm hungry. You know what else I always really enjoyed? Some Mexican restaurants would make their salsa with a lot of cilantro in it. Oh, man, that's good. They don't all do it. Some of them do it, some don't. All right, let's get started. Michael Pettiford, he says 1, PRB 2. All right, you got it. This will be the one with the manga in it. Get us to 40 likes and we'll get that Pikachu given away, okay, guys? That's the rule, 40 likes. 40 likes and the giveaway begins. All right, what we got? Got a packet of nice little hollows, including a little SR. There you have it. There we go. I like it when the Mexican food is a little heavy on the queso cheese. Have you ever had like a burrito or something and there's no cheese on it at all and you bite into it and it's just like eating boiled chicken or something? I've had that happen. It's just like, bro, you need a little cheese or oil or something. There you go. You need a little sauce. Sauces are often made out of what? Oil. You ever thought about that? Like, where does sauce come from? Well, the base is almost always oil. It's oil, it's butter, it's yogurt. Sometimes it's something else, but it's usually oil. All sauces are oil. I'm sorry, Mr. Ivan. That Charizard is gone, I'm afraid. You're right. Speaking of Charizard being gone, we have a new break. The Noctowl break. He is a Pokemon Center Noctowl. Very nice. Okay, already one person in there. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for supporting our channel. Next up, we've got Morgan D. John for Poke Shuffles. All right, Poke Shuffle time. I was looking for cards to put into the junk packs, and I ran into 2 Harry Potter boosters. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I don't know how they got over there, but... Ooh, 4 cold ones this time. I'm sorry, man. No luck on the Poke Shuffles, Mr. Morgan. Okay. So here they are. They're for sale. These are $5 each. 2 Harry Potter packs are left. If you buy them, let me know. Oh, and I decided on a couple things we're going to put into the binder break. Here's the binder break. It's gotten pretty fat. I keep showing what's in it. But we're going to add a couple more things now. Look at all that. All right, so it's a new day, and we're making it a little wealthier. So I grabbed all this. So first I grabbed a bunch of girl cards. Now, there are some girl cards just like these in the junk packs, but I said, these are actually so nice. I'm going to put some of these in the binder break. So the binder break, a bunch of cute girl cards. Here you are. Okay, and then, oops, Jaded needs pictures. I got to get this done before Jaded says, hey, did you take those pictures? I ran into these 2 Minecraft cards. They're really nice. They even might grade 10. I kind of looked at them. They look pretty clean. So 2 really nice Minecraft cards going in with the Topps cards. So there they go. Those are hits, by the way. So those aren't like junk. These actually are hits in those Minecraft boosters. So that heats up the binder break a little more. And these ladies back here, they're considered SRs. So this is SR rarity on these lady cards. So there you have it. Binder break, a little hotter today. We added something in the morning time stream. I don't remember what it was. Was it more poker? Yeah, we added 3 used poker cards in here. Here they are, Zapdos, Parasect, and Metapoo. And those are from the red deck. So we got more poker, and we got these sexy ladies, and we've got some nice Minecraft cards. So now the binder break is really pretty large. This one's been slow, hasn't it? This one's been slow. All right. Any luck in running into the Zard card? No, I've not run into that Zard card. Why don't you contact me on Discord about it again? Contact me on Discord. We can talk about it, because I'd like to hear the story about what it exactly was and all that again. So here's Dylan Chan. Let me put this back in here. Yeah, reach out to me. Explain that card again and what you think happened to it. Look at that. Ooh. I paid for shipping. Did you print a label for my slabs and bag? I had to have. Yeah, I had to have. You're making me nervous. Let me go check the print history. You should have gotten an email for it, right? It's 90 degrees today. I'm dying. Dang, that's too hot. That's like summertime weather. Tammy, we had perfect weather outside. I tried to spend as much time as I could outside today. It was gorgeous. It was insanely good. I wish it could be like this year-round. I don't think there's anywhere on Earth, maybe something up north. I don't know anywhere where you get perfect weather year-round. Damn, that's a fat bag. I wonder who has technically the best weather on Earth. I've heard California gets pretty good weather. I bet you Italy. I bet you something like Italy or something. I've heard Italy gets insanely good weather. 67 in Tampa. That does sound nice. SoCal. I'm waiting for this to load. It's not loading. Missouri. Yeah, Missouri's a bit rough. Missouri has really cold weather, and in the summer it has really hot weather. So you have to deal with the 4 seasons. All right, Jacob Chickering. Yep, it says Jacob Chickering. It is printed. There you go. Label confirmed. We have an order from David Moraes. 2 Trump packs, 1 Fortnite. I have a small bag. All right, one of these. And the Trump packs, where are we keeping those? Trump! Donald Trump. He, There's a lot of infighting in the Republican Party right now because some Republicans do not like the war in Iran. All right, you ready? 86 here right now. It's supposed to be 100 on Sunday. Dang, that's hot. Where are you? That's hot as hell. It's pronounced Missouri. Dude, it's such a boring name. Missouri. It used to be Missouri. Missouri. Well, shucks. Welcome to Missouri. It's too much like Mississippi. Well, shucks. Welcome to Mississippi. Joe Kent stepped down, said it was the juice. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. And very interesting. There are some Republicans who do not like the juice in Israel's and the Israel lobby. Here's Fortnite. Here's this guy. Here's this girl. You know, Trump's own daughter, isn't she married to a Jewish man? So I don't buy the conspiracy that Trump is like, you know, they've got dirt on him or something like that. He might actually just be interested in Israel. There it is. He might feel like his family has, you know, some direct ties to it in some way. Here we are. Yes, she has her own handler. It's all long planned. That's right. Iran was owed to us 3,000 years ago. Kushner plays a huge part. Yeah, he might actually play some influential role. But, so you know, it's kind of fascinating. It's interesting to think. All right. I didn't like Iran. That's the thing. So when it comes to the Iranian war, I was for it. When I heard about it, I was like, hell yeah, dude. I just don't want it to last very long. So that's my take on it. I think it should end as fast as possible. That's how I feel about it. But I never really liked Iran. Iran constantly said, we're building a nuke, and oh yeah, death to you. And I was like, why do we let them say this? There should be a penalty in the world for saying we're building a nuke, and oh yeah, death to you. By the way, we're a religious regime. So I never liked that, and I'm not sorry to see them go. But I don't want to be stuck in a long war. So I hope they wrap it up pretty fast. And I think that they can't wrap it up unless Iran surrenders or we have control of the Strait of Hormuz or something. I don't know. You know, he finished the thing in Venezuela so fast. It was such an incredible win. And on the one hand, it's a big brag for him. But on the other hand, it sets a new standard for what we expect in war. We expect wars to be done in a night. And wars do not take one night to finish. They take a while. But, you know, when you read the history of leaders like Napoleon, who was overconfident, he thought he was the ruler of the world. When you read the history of those guys make the same mistake every time. They've got a superior force. They look at a group with an inferior force, and they say, I can take them. And then they, because of all their previous victories, they go in all confident, and then some circumstance kicks their ass. So I'm telling you, if Trump's got that issue, like if he's Napoleon, he's got to get out of that personality type right away. He's got to be able to pivot out of being Napoleon, because Napoleon and all those other kind of leaders who thought that they were super big winners, they eventually they meet their match and it all collapses. So, and I don't want to be there for the collapse. David Moraes. All right, David, let's see what you got. Got to take your wins and then just brag about your wins and don't do anything too ambitious afterwards. So, yeah, I would say his best move is to wrap it up over there. Mr. Free Metapoo, Venezuela was not a war, so you can't compare them. I would say so. I would say, yeah, it is. You know, capture. It's like a game of chess where you took the king on one move. That's why it's so impressive. He got king on one move. Like, damn, dude. The war began and started in one day. Here we go. Let's see. And I think it made him super confident. He said, I'm the boss. You even heard it in the way he talked after it ended. You know, he was saying stuff like, no one can do what we're doing. He was saying stuff like that. He was talking like everyone in the world was a caveman except for the United States. All right. Good. So he got to wrap it up over there. I want the stock market going up and Bitcoin going up. And I guess Strait of Hormuz is a problem, so they're figuring that up. But Trump is so impressive. You're right. It's not being wrapped up. They just sent 5,000 Marines and Sailor. Yeah, it might go on for a while. And I don't know what their objectives are. They got to be really good at making sure they keep America on their side when it comes to propaganda and morale and all that other stuff. So we'll have to see. We need 40 people for this giveaway. It's almost done, and then we start a new one, okay? We've been pricing expensive slabs. Who wants an EX Deoxys? Ooh, here's your one chance to get it. Cardos to the moon. Game Boy Pikachu sold for $5K. Game Boy Pikachu Cardos. I heard about that. Yeah, I don't think I own that one, but I own a different one. I own like 2 or 3 of the sealed DOS Pikachus, which are also really cool looking. I never bought the Game Boy Pikachu because he was like not holographic, basically. So I was like, I'll just get the Charizard and call it a day. I got the Charizards and I got the Gengars, and that was enough for me. I'm not actually a Pikachu fan. I usually only buy Pikachu to resell them later. That's why I never got into the XY Pikachus. Christopher Houghton, Mr. Please, 151 Japanese. You got it, man. Let's see. I gotta find out where we're storing this. Let's see. Ah, there we are. You 1 pack left. So we need a fresh box of these. I might as well grab 2 boxes. All right. Turn off the U.S. media. It's all BS. Yeah, I hear you, man. The media has an agenda for sure. It's all propaganda all the time. Who doesn't like a little propaganda now and then, though? You got to understand, Smoked Turtle, I need the propaganda in my life because I get bored. I get bored easily. The propaganda keeps me entertained. All right, Christopher Houghton. You know what's worse than being fed all my beliefs by a corporate media? Being bored. That's way worse. All right, what we got? Machop and Electrode. Very good. I'd love to know what the majority of the people in here believe. Wouldn't that be fun? I wish I could just like, what if we could like telepathically communicate and everyone just anonymously express their interests or their beliefs? That'd be fun. Let's see. Always fun to know what people really believe. Here it is. Good. The asteroid that was in Utah, it's crazy how it exploded. There was an asteroid. Now, you open up your 1 pack of 151 Japanese, and what we're going to do, we're going to get 2 boosties, 2 booster boxes, and put them into this baggie. This bodaggy. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome. We're just choo-choo training along this same old stream. We got fresh junk packs. They're bigger and better, but the price is the same. So we improved them. They actually give out more cards, about 4 more than they used to, and yet they remain the same price. So I said, wow, people really like these. Let's make them even better. That's what I did with them. That's because we sold out of junk packs in the daytime, the morning time stream. It's all over the news today. Man, the only news I've been watching is that Corey lady who's a Black Widow who murdered her husband for his money with the life insurance policy. I've just been watching every minute of that court case. It's so fascinating, so dramatic. Every now and then there's like a news story about a murder in America, and it's just shocking, and you just got to know every detail. The lady who wrote a book for her kids. Oh, how to deal with your dad passing. Oh, what a good mom. She's the killer. Quit, better take notes. Every week, 151 is more expensive. Yeah, it's a good set. It's a good set. Why do you think I wasn't in a rush to sell mine for very cheap? I wasn't in a rush for that because I know it's going to get super expensive. I did the math. I opened up a little math board and I said, you carry the 1, Here it is. And I said, oh, 151 Japanese is going to be decent. We have an order now from Mr. Pat. He says pre-grade on the Toy Story and the Stitch. Okay. Mr. Patrick, you still here? So it is wrapped back around to your turn. Ah, here you are. Just had to find your bag there. Let's fix this. What is this? Patrick Mallard. A Patrick Mallard with the 924 bag. This expired on 925. It's just got a couple cards in it. This is out of here. Celebration went up today as well. Oh, yeah, celebrations, huh? Why you didn't just leave it in the box? Oh, we put them all in bags, and then the bags go into these long... Let me show you. So we put all these bags in here into this long white box, and it allows me to keep the product all in one place so that it's very easily organized. See? So now I know where it's going to be, and I can store it on the shelf, and it can... Think of it like this. Like, if I kept them in those short little square boxes, the boxes have to be stacked right in the front of the shelf, and it doesn't take advantage of the depth of the shelf, the back of the shelf. These skinny white boxes, they go back really far. So now I'm taking advantage of more space, so I can fit more booster packs on each shelf. Basically, I've condensed more booster packs into a smaller space in the room, and this allows me to have more boxes nearby rather than having to stack them all crazy and go hunting for them. I know they're all in those couple of skinny white boxes. It'll get a 9. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's take a quick look. Well, it won't get a black label. Doesn't have perfect centering on the back. Oh, actually, it's got an issue on the upper lip, too. Okay. Let me check that back again. So don't bother with black label. You have an issue with the edge. Can you see it? What you can see is there's a lip here, and then it ends in the middle, and then it starts up here. So there's a lip. Now, it's been a while. PSA's gotten pretty harsh. Okay, PSA's gotten pretty harsh. I'm going to say 9.5 plus on this one. I can't confidently give it a 10. It's pretty close, though. Tag 10, PSA 8. Oh, it's like the other way around. Tag's the harsher grading, Mr. Marquette. Tag's way harsher. PSA's the softer company. Tag's the harsher company. They're pretty close to each other, but Tag clearly grades more harshly. All right. Now look at the continuous line up there. See that lip looks nice and clean. See that? So I think they like that. Surface is nice. There's a little dot right there. See that? Okay, it just comes right off. All right, you got a little indentation right there. It's a little speck. No black label on that one. All right, so you won't want to send this to BGS, but this looks like a pretty easy 10. See, PSA will let that little speck fly. BGS will be like, hell no, bro, get that crap out of here. You're getting 10 minus on this. All right, so you got 2 Weiss cards. They're definitely closer to 10s. This one we're leaning toward believing it's a 10. Small chance it won't be. This one we're leaning toward it's a 9. There's a good chance it will turn into a 10, though. That's how it works, see? It's like a scope. My son will be pleased. These last 2 are his. Yes, I believe that the Stitch has a chance for a 10. If you send him in, he may look very nice. But go with probably PSA, CGC, or Tag. Don't bother with BGS on either of those. The hunt for a perfect card goes on. If I ever give you a 10 plus, try it at BGS. It might be a black label. You never know. Or a pristine 10. So Morgan John says 2 Pokey Shuffles and international shipping. You got it. Morgan John, can you tell me anything about what kind of slabs you got? Like how many you got? Are they very expensive? That helps me out when creating the label. Morgan John, are you here? Let me know. We are? Because if we know, then we can make the label right now without having to research it. 2 more cold ones. Just ordered. Can you put my new order with my order going out today? I think I should be able to do that as long as the label was heavy enough. But I think we made a little bit of a heavier label for you, so it should work. All right, so Morgan, no luck there. But what I want to know, Morgan, is how heavy is your bag going to be? And so number one, I need to know what slabs you have. Do you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs? Do you have 10 slabs? And number two, are any of them really expensive? Like a couple $100 or anything like that? Anything that could get you in trouble if they open it up? All right. I'm going to start working on that label for them. 7 slabs? That's a little bit heavy. So this is a slab shipment. Looks like we've shipped you before. It looks like we did not save your phone number, though. That happens. The first time we ship you, the software never saves the phone number. It's so weird. The second time you get shipped, it does save the software. Isn't that strange? Strange that it works that way, right? But we have a Morgan John in our software. Nothing too expensive. All right. Sounds good. Now, that has to be true because, again, if they open it up, oh, look at this. We're up on total sales volume now. We're up 1.86%. Cool. Says we're down 2% on new customers. We need new customers, guys. New guys. How do I incentivize new guys? What do they want? A hug? I'll give them anything they want. All right, here we are. All right. And as for the phone number, you can just post your phone number in chat real fast. That'll work. I'm just kidding. But what I can do is I can search for all your orders with me, and we should be able to find a previous shipping order where you probably did share your phone number. So let's try that out. We'll see if that works. If you never shared it with us, you might want to email it to me or give it to me on Discord or something. You had a couple Waifu Slabs, live customs. One live custom, one live custom, one live custom. Topps Chrome. International shipping for 8 slabs. So the last time you ordered with me, you didn't share your phone number then either. So the next thing I can do is I can check and see if you emailed me here. Let's see if you emailed me here. Yeah, I need your phone number. So if you can share that with me, I've got an email you can use to share it. Or you can share it on Discord if you've got a Discord account already. Either way, I have to have it because it's required for the label. So they can call you. It only cares for loyal customers. Yeah, it's weird. When you make an international label, you fill out the phone number and it just doesn't save it. It's a software flaw. And then when you pull the name back up and that's in the address book, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that guy, but not his phone number. Then you give it the phone number a second time, and voila, it saves it the second time. So some weird software flaw. All right, it's official. The medicine is messing with Mister. He don't give out hugs to anybody. What? That's true. All right. Boy, the medicine's giving me neck headaches. I'm sure of it. I had it like 2 times today, 2 different neck headaches. And they would just show up. They were really bad, and then they just kind of went away on their own. I was like, oh, geez. Let's see. Is he, so Recon Lord? I will await your message, Recon Lord. In the meantime, let's help the next guy, okay? So the next guy is Danny Vichittivong. What's up, man? How's it going? I'll set this to my right. 1 box of Azure Lane, Volume 2. That's a big order. Let me go get it. 1 box of Azure Lane, Volume 2. Ha-ha! Behold, one box of Azure Lane for Danny. Ready? We went out to eat at the Chinese buffet today, and I couldn't eat that much. I wanted to eat a lot, but I actually just could not physically. It wasn't that I felt full. It was that I felt sick. The medicine's like, yeah, you'll throw that up if you keep eating. It's pretty fascinating. I only need a mild change to my appetite, and I think I'll be in a good place. Just a mild change, because I already wasn't overeating too much. Ooh. So there you are. There you are, Azure Lane, Volume 2. Good luck. Really makes me curious what it would be like if I up the dosage to 0.5 milligrams, which is, I think, the next dosage. All right, snipping this. Okay. But yeah, so, you know, it's not really working as an appetite suppressor for me. I'm actually just as hungry as ever. I think about food. I get all the food noise and all that. They call it, I guess they call it food noise. But another part of me says, yeah, you're going to feel like crap if you eat that, though. Wowee. I can't imagine why people open up Azure Lane. Wow, dude. Holy milkies. All right, here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's this girl with the bow. Jesus, that's right. Holy. Oh my God. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. What else? What else we got? Here's one, and here's one. We've got 2 full arts. I can't remember. Ah, here we are. Whoa, the stinky girl. That's the skunk girl. I remember. I don't know. Looks like she's taking a picture of her butt. I don't know. Need a milk tank emoji for these. Yeah, that's right. And here we are. Very nice. Do 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 do. Do do do. Oh, dang, no Siggy. No Siggy in that one. Maybe the next box. Mr. Danny with the D. You never know. We were opening up some Dan to Dan last night with Mr. Jaded. He opened up like 4 boxes of it. It's pretty well priced, you know. It's cheap. We're not even making a profit when we sell it. They're just priced to be sold. Welcome to Poke Emojis, Mr. Opticody. So glad you joined. All right. If you like hanging out in the stream, you should get a membership. They're $2 a month. And it shows everyone how long you've been around when you have it. Now, I got a little product here. These are $4. I think I said $5. So these are $5 each. Harry Potter. We had 2 packs left over. I found 2 fresh, unopened packs. Here they are. If you are interested in those, they're not going on the menu because they don't need to go on the menu. Here's Nicholas Pacheco, and he says Topps Nintendo Game Pack, $9. Ooh. If you guys recall, we had just priced up a full group of those. Where'd I place them? Here they are. Is this it? No, that's not it. Where did I put those? They're really big, so they're hard to store. So if you're coming up on a nice Friday paycheck, you might be interested in a complete collection of the Nintendo Game Pack Series 2. These are hella rare, dude. They're real rare. Together, I don't know what they cost together. Let's see what they are together. 165 plus 165 plus 195 plus 195. $720 together. Wow. So cool. But this Mario is a nice high 8. Very hard to get an 8 on these wax packs. I graded a lot of wax packs. Most do not grade 8. That is a high grade. Link, Peach, and Metroid. So cool. And the population on these got to be so low because there's just not that many of them were ever printed. Hey, Cody, how are you? I've been here since 2023. $2. Who the heck can afford that? What, are you mad? Hey, what's up, Miss Sarah? How's it going? All right. There we go. Now, back to the order. One Nintendo game pack. I remember when I added the Nintendo game packs to the menu, and I don't remember their price, but I think it was like $4 or $5. They got a little more expensive over time because people opened a lot and they kept selling off of eBay, and so they were less on eBay. But here they are. This is a Nintendo Topps product. Topps, which never went on to make any more Nintendo products like this, as far as I know. So Nintendo might have been like, you don't get to keep making these. But we got King Hippo. This is a real retro product. We got a nice Zelda card. Legend of Zelda. These are $9 a pack. I believe they're on the menu under Topps. And they're all gradable. And actually, if you can get a 10 on any of these, they go for a lot of money. Like just one of these grading 10 can go for over $200 easily. So that's why they're on the menu. They're money makers if you get a good grade. Mr. Nick, working as usual with the hot Charizard yesterday. Oh, yeah, you pulled the Charizard. Man, that's crazy. I don't understand how she gets so lucky. We have to hunt her down and find out if she has some kind of luck crystal on her or something. She's cheating. She's got like a special techno bracelet. And when she pushes a button on the bracelet, it gives her double luck. You can tell us your secret. The secret is, we all know the secret now, Sarah. All right, here's Beedrill. Wow, wow, wow. Pop 4. Talk about rare. Here's Coughing base set, exploding in price. That's not an exaggeration. $170. Snorlax, really nice. Manga Nami. Gonna take a while for that to go off, but it will go off. $10. Lego Pikachu. Is you in or is you out? You're gonna miss it. You probably won't miss it. Here's Luis Barrera. He says he'd like 2 Destined Rivals. Very good. He'd like a Phantasmal. All right. Here's a Phantasmal. He wants a White Flare and a Prismatic. A Prismatic? More like a jail cell for your money. Watch this Prismatic have like a big pull in it. Right. We've watched you here miss so many packs. Wait, do I need more? Am I out of Prismatic? Do I need more Oh my gosh, I think I need Prismatic. I'll be back. I have to go open a fresh box of Prismatic. This always takes a minute, so I'll be right back, okay? Prismatic it is. You guys remember Louis came in here the other day and he was like, Prismatic sucks. Why was the table so red? He was like, Prismatic sucks. He better not keep talking that way. Prismatic's the people's booster pack. I won't accept it. All right. There you go. All right, we got a little Mimikyu for $120. Ooh, remember we just did that Monkey Dory for like 16 bucks? He's supposed to be like 100 bucks, just like this Mimikyu. Here's a Canary. Probably needs to be listed on eBay. You know, I used to list eBay items live in the stream. I should do that again. Cloud Opus 1, Wave 1. Here's Taiwanito, and here's Kingdra. Ooh. Okay, here it goes. Mr. Luis Barrera, welcome back. Snip number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, number 5. Oh, yeah, heck yeah, man. We got 31 likes. We're pretty close to unlocking the big giveaway. Ogre Pond and Mewtwo. Oh, nice little Mewtwo there. We just sold one of those for like 60 bucks in a 10. Dwebble. Whoa, Moltres. Okay, I like it. How about Phantasmal? Archulodon. How about White Flare? Just a regular Joltik. How about Prismatic? No. I'm sorry. A lot of hollows. Your Destined Rivals were good. All right. Mr. Lewis with an L. Let's take a quick look. Try out our junk packs. We just restocked them. They're $3 a piece. If you try one, I'll show it off to everybody, okay? We continuously sell out of those. I've considered making them way larger and then adding like $1 to them. It might actually make it more efficient to build them and not sell them as cheap as $3, but sell them for $4. Here it is, but just have like way more cards in them, like 20 cards per pack. So I've thought of that. He's pretty cool. All right, thank you, Lewis. Who's next? We have an order from Jacob Chickering. 1 Hidden Fates, keep the rest of the money. Can you put it with my bag going out? 1 Chinese Hidden Fates? Let's grab it. All right, 1 Chinese Hidden Fates. And he says, keep the rest of the money. Can you put it with my bag going out? Now, we're opening this, right? That's what you want? You want me to open it? It almost sounds like you want me to keep it sealed. We're opening it? All right. Those big sloppy racks that hang, though. Yeah, I know, right? Other order, too. Hello, sir. Can you explain PSA 10 Zard is still not over 1K? Such a classic. Which Zard are we speaking about? Zard from Celebration is not over 100. 2 Chinese Fates. Can you put 1 in my bag unopened and the rest is extra for you? What? Whoa, all this love from Jacob Chickering. All right. Total of 3. He's saying 1's for me and 2's for him. And we're opening these, huh? Okay. 1 in my bag unopened. Let's put this one in the bag unopened, and we'll open this one. Okay. Let's see. We're pulling. It's him, the ape guy. We did it. Okay. These packs can be a little tough, but I love that they're from Sun and Moon era. It's one of the cheapest Sun and Moon era items on the menu. This one's donated from Jacob Chickering to me. Let's see what happens. Okay. You know what you ought to do, Jacob? You ought to donate a card to the deck number 3. Get your name in there. So I also get a card. I get Darkrai. Look at that guy. Ooh. That's not any Darkrai. That's Sun and Moon era Darkrai. Very cool. All right. Very nice. Okay, and I need to place this somewhere. Why don't I put it somewhere I won't lose it? Tell you what, I'll put it into a holder like this. We'll examine it for grading later. All right, very cool. How nice is that? Now, I'll go put this into your shipping box. I got to stand up for that. What is this? Huh, weird. Wonder why this is sitting here. I just have like a PSA 10 Poker Vaporeon sitting there on the shelf. And it's got like dust on it because I haven't touched it in so long and it's not with my personal collection. What is it doing there? Okay, we got Morgan John. Here's my phone number. Now I can call you at night and be like, hey baby. So Mr. Morgan, let's get that shipping. And we're gonna climb over here. I'm about to sneeze, man. The dust in this room must be so insane. You guys want me to clean some dust off my chair while we're live? That'd be fun. So you said it was about 7 slabs. Let me think about how heavy that should be. Should be about 14 ounces. We'll make the box, actually, we'll make the box 1 pound even. Now let's make the box 1 pound 2 ounces. That should be about right. Okay. Good. Now we're editing the customs forward. We're going to call this merchandise playing cards. That's what we call it. We call it playing cards because that's what it technically is. We're going to set a value. I don't know how much all those slabs are. We're going to set the value to about 280. Said you had 7 of them. So that's 7 times 40. Tell you what, we'll do 7 times 30. So we're going to set it to 210, okay? It's pretty low. All right. So that's set. We'll hit print. Oh, it wants to update the price for tomorrow. I hate that it does that. I don't know why it does that. It says tomorrow's prices are not today's prices. That Kingdra card is so pretty. I'm a big fan of it. You can honestly just buy it cheaper on eBay if you wish. This is like a pokey loan. And in the price, in the red price, is the cost of that loan. So, but if you want it cheaper, just go buy it on eBay. But if somebody wants to pay it down over 6 months, you can do that. 6 months is a good long time. And you can always extend it to a year. So you have the ability to pay this card down over the next year if you're that kind of person who wants to have a... if you want to have a slab away that you're working on. So it's up to you. And the reason that this card gets the red label and let's say this one does not, because if you take this card from me, I'm going to go repurchase it. So cards with this red label, I just repurchase them if they sell. It's like saying I really believe this card's probably about to go up. It's probably going to go up over a year. It's a card that I'm willing to stake money into myself. All right, Mr. Morgan. Sent for some prismatic packs, hoping for a hit. That'd be cool. We are. Just don't show Shahir. That guy went so deep on those. I feel bad for him if you pull anything too good. All right, there we go. What do we have next? We have an order from Team Rocket Grunt. Well, there you are. 3 prismatics. All right, it was your turn next. We got 3 prismatics. Good luck in there. You never know. You never know. Why sell if you're going to repurchase? It's because I believe in the card so much, I'm offering to do a loan for you for the card. It's effectively, if you analyze it in the abstract, it's effectively a $390 loan for someone else who wants the Kingdra without me having to give up my Kingdra. All right, Professor Seda, Low Punny, Dun Sparse. It's not truly a loan. It's more like a retail layaway is what it is. But effectively it's similar to a loan in the way that it feels, the way that the finances flow. Here's Buddy Buddy Poffin. You got Buddy Buddy Poffin. That's pretty good. All that Poffin, man. What is that, like an omelet? It looks like an omelet. All right, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, how you feel about that? Any card that I do that with is sort of like my way of saying, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I really think this is a good card to buy and hold. So I love the Kingdra. I love the staff cards. Those are some cards I'm really into right now. I love how the staff cards probably aren't going to even hit a population of 1,000. They're probably going to stay below 1,000. That's one of the things I like about them. Mr. Jesus, 2OP14's English. You got it, man. 2OP14 English. Snipping this. Oh, we got to price up Pat Gibbs cards. I forgot about this. You guys ready for that? We're going to price up some Pat Gibbs slabbies. All right. What are your thoughts on One Piece mangas? They do well. I'm not a One Piece collector, but I believe the same principles that apply to one collectible applies to the other collectible. It's a universal idea. And so here's a TV show that's been running since the 90s, like Dragon Ball, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, and it's probably going to do all right over time. Now, it might do better than Dragon Ball, might do better than Yu-Gi-Oh! In theory, it could even do better than Pokemon. Will it? Who knows? Probably not. I think Pokemon ends up winning. That's why I buy lots and lots of Pokemon. It's a bet. Kind of like choosing Bitcoin over Ethereum or something, you know? All right, what we got? So, Jesus Villar. Aha. Feels like a tax-related thing, and I support you if it is. No, it's not tax-related at all. We are. I pay a lot of taxes, and the only thing that helps me pay less taxes are like if we do a trade. Trades help me pay less taxes if there's no money exchanged. But since all the money I deal in is exchanged over PayPal, I pay loads of taxes. You know, there's guys who deal at like, you know, like a vendor show, and they're like cash only. I can get it cheaper to you in cash. Well, probably they're not. They're not paying taxes on those sales, which they're supposed to. That's called tax fraud, and it's probably very common in that group. But I can't do anything like that. Everything, it transacts through PayPal or CASHAPP or ZELLE, and those are all digitally tracked. I pay all my taxes 100% of the time, and it is just, it would make you cry. It's so much. It's so bad. Taxes, 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 taxes. Why do you think I'm so sensitive to it? Here's Mr. Greg Van Meter. Oh, Greg. He has the Pikachu slab away. Ooh, very good. All right, we're heading over to the slabs. Slab away. Mr. Greg, let's find your name. Here it is, and it says Greg Pikachu Reverse. I feel you got that at a pretty good price, Mr. Greg. 490 remain. Thank you very much. Okay, and now we've got an order from Alejandro. He says 2 Phantasmals and shipping. Shipping time. All right, you got it, man. New Dragon Ball set came out today. The Cloud card. Is it just a holo? This is Opus 1 Wave 1 Cloud, and this is the chase card. This is the top pull from Opus 1. In Opus 1, there were no full arts. They didn't do it. The only thing you could pull is an artwork that was highly desirable. And this was from the original print wave of Opus 1. The way you can tell is there's slight details with the formatting. So like the little colon or colon, whatever it's called. I think it's a colon, right? Is that the right word? It's, tell me if I'm saying that wrong. It's shifted down here, and that suggests this one is a Wave 1. And so PSA has correctly titled it Wave 1. There's a lot of Wave 2s as well, but you want the Wave 1. It's like first edition. Okay, so it's very popular that way. Our price matches the cheapest buy now price. It's a fantastic card to own. Opus is owned by Square Enix. So that's official Square Enix product right there. All right, you ready? Here goes. That holo pattern. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? You are looking at the first print wave of their card set, Opus 1. It is now a 10-year-old card. That's pretty old. Not bad. And it's pretty cheap, too. Surprisingly cheap. I would keep it, but I think I have 2 of them. And I like Final Fantasy, but I didn't ever play all the games. In fact, I never played the game that Cloud was in. So me owning that card's a lot like if I owned a Luffy card. Like, I know he goes up in price, but I never watched One Piece. So it's kind of odd to own it. In my opinion, might be better for someone else to own that rather than me. Here we are, what we got? I think I got him back in the day for like 800 or something. I don't remember. Let's see. He's a cool card, though. I know if you're a big One Piece fan, you look at it and you go, maybe. If only it was cheaper. If only it was like $2, $2.50. You know, I don't think it's ever going to be like that again at this point. Aha. In fact, it might be underpriced just because you don't see Logan Paul pumping One Piece. I'm sorry, you don't see Logan Paul pumping Final Fantasy, do you? And if him or another celebrity ever did that, then it would jump in price pretty rapidly, wouldn't it? So it benefits from not being in the spotlight. So the very thing that doesn't give you FOMO, like you don't have FOMO on this card, do you? You don't have FOMO. That very reason that you don't have FOMO is the reason it's such a good price. That's why you consider buying a card like that. And then when you get lucky, the card gets its lucky break. Some celebrities pumping the card, then the card doubles in price or triples in price. You're like, damn, you know? So that's how that works. When Alejandro ordered shipping. When I bought my Pokemon cards, they were not super impressive yet. That would happen later. I had to buy them when they weren't super impressive. That's the trick. That's the trick to it all. You have to buy them when they're not super impressive. When people aren't pumping them, when it's not in the news, when it's not the FOMO item. Ooh. All right, let's get you shipped out. I want Mister to get some Kingdom Heart cards, but man, are they pricey. Kingdom Hearts. Cloud and Sephiroth. Yes. I used to have the Cloud. I think I sold it already. So it looks like we're shipping you for the first time, Mr. Alejandro. I would like for you to send me an email here and give me your email address. Could you do that? Are you watching right now? Could you do that? If you do that, if you send an email to TheCardconomist@gmail.com, I'll instantly have your email. And then what I can do is I can email you your tracking number. That's how we like to do it. It's a great way to do it. So if I have your email every time you ship with me, I can email you your tracking number from then on. Also, I should start asking people one at a time if they want to be on an email list. Have you guys ever thought of that? How many people in here would enjoy it if I put out a monthly statement through email talking about the breaks? Would that be interesting to anybody? I wonder what it would be like if I had done that. I'm probably dumb for not having gotten on that, but I don't know whether to work hard on it or not. You know, because if I want people to know what the breaks are, I can just make a video. I know how to make a video. But, you know, I feel like people do check their emails, and I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know if an email list is good or bad. It's a lot of work, too, you know. Send it, says Mr. Jacob. All right, so I'll wait for his email to come in, and then we'll get this finished. We'll get that email address so that we can give him his tracking, which I know people really like the tracking. You know how I know that? Because if you don't get tracking, a lot of the time you come back and you say, you know, I'm going to get some, I'm going to need that tracking number now. All right, Jacob says, Mr. sent you extra money plus the packs, but can you keep pack you open if you looked at math? Thank you, putting it with my stuff. Hold on, let me reread that again. But you can keep the pack you opened if you look at math. Thank you, putting it with my stuff. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do I need to do anything? I don't. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say. You have to reword it. I'm a little confused. If I owe you anything, just tell me what I owe you, and I'll get it in your bag. Sound good? Yeah, I'm a little confused by the wording there. We have a Nicholas Williams order. It's a little larger. 2v1 and V2 Dragon Ball. Whoa. All right, V1 and V2 Dragon Ball are looking like super premium booster packs these days. Here they are. I'm surprised you haven't done something like that already in a video or via Discord. There it is. I need like a way to collect the emails. If I had worked at it one at a time, that would have been a great way to do it. Okay. Maybe at the point of shipping, I should have just asked if they'd like to be in an email list. Here's Awaken. Ooh. All right, back to Arc Raiders. Let's go get that Tyranitar moving. He's a nice break. He is a nice break. Here's a little Piccolo. I like to give you the colored ones. If you don't like them, you can tell me. Here's ZELLE. I like that one too. He's nice. Arc Raiders, that's my favorite. I'm a big fan of extraction shooters. Okay. Ooh. What do we got back here? Ooh, look at that. That looks great, man. That looks really greatable. I enjoy the hot mics. There we go. You like the hot mics, but not the hot Jeffs? Seems a little mean. Here's, ooh, it's Vegeta. Okay, Vegeta. And here he is again. Oh, yeah. Boop. Boop. Maybe collect emails through a sign-up on your website. Ooh. And here's this guy screaming. All right. I've thought about just sending out an email saying, would you like to opt in? And then anyone who responds yes, we'll just opt them in. Of course, then there'd probably be, yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm just thinking about it. Mr. Nicholas. Oh, my. What would be the most useful thing of all that I could send you guys in an email? Like if you would want to know about it, no matter what. Here we are, Nicholas Williams. Ooh. Mister's favorite Pokemon is Diglett. Here we are. Very nice. Hey! Shipping for Mr. Alejandro. All right, here we are. Let's get that shipping done now. We can work on it. Very good. Oops. Cut that out. Pop this over here. And you gave me the details on the shipping in a different email. Here it is. All right, we got the details on it. Grabbing this. Grabbing these. Boop. All right. You know, when I'm shopping, I actually hate it when a company like asks me if they can have my email. I absolutely hate that question. It's such an annoying, invasive question. Maybe the way we'll do it is if you want to be on an email list, you have to contact me. That puts a lot more effort on you to do it, but it also means I don't have to ask anybody any invasive questions like, can I put you on my email list? And then you have to be like, you know, you're in a group and you're like, no, bro. Cody says, the breaks, new products coming, reminding people to ship before it gets too late. Reminding people to ship would be a lot of work. And it would have to be really specific. It'd have to be somebody whose email I have, where I also know how that email connects to their bag name, you know, because usually they don't match. And then I'd have to be able to know the age of the bag and be like, all right, you got to ship your stuff out. There we go. Sam, always say I don't have one. Toss this up here. Yeah, I've been at like a grocery store or gas station. Would you like to share your email with us for the bonus points? Hell no, bro. Get me out of here. I'm never shopping here again. Share my email with you. You know what's really annoying? When a grocery store or a retail shop, like Kmart did this to me before they went out of business. I know because I shopped there, because I used to service Kmart for Coca-Cola. And they would say, all right, we need your email. They wouldn't say, would you like to share your email? They say, all right, we need your email. And I never forgot that because I was so angry. I'm like, why do you need my email? They're like, well, we just need your email. They wouldn't tell you, it's because we're trying to sell to you, we're trying to market or advertise. They wouldn't tell you you had an option not to share it. It was so hyper aggressive. And it's like, bro, you don't need that. You don't need my email. Get the F out of here, Kmart. Well, they're out of business now, aren't they? You know, it's funny. Walmart doesn't have to do anything like that. Walmart's like, you'll come crawling back. Walmart's like, we know what this is. You'll come crawling back. I hate Walmart. Yeah, you'll be back. It wouldn't have to be direct to that specific person. Just a reminder that there's a time limit. All right, so here's Mr. Nicholas who says, 2 of the white flares. White flares. Here you go, Mr. Nicholas. Okay. Oh, yeah, we got to price up Pat Gibbs slabs. Don't forget that, everybody. Pat Gibbs slabs. Snipping this. Okay, setting that there. Mr. Nick. We're at 41 likes. We're ready to start that giveaway. Thanks for hitting that like button. I really appreciate it, guys. We turn our backs on Kmart little by little. Yeah. I remember Kmart. They opened up, what do they call that? The big Kmarts. They opened up, what do they call it? Like Super K or something like that? I don't remember the name of it. But they opened a big Kmart like 5 minutes from my home. But what was crazy, like, was within the next year, it was closed. It was closed like a year later. All right, Old Saint Nick. We got your bag right here. Thank you, Nicholas. They were closed in like a year. I remember they had everything on clearance. Everything had to go. And my family kept checking back to see when they would drop everything down to like 75% off. And then they reach a point where they sell not just the merchandise, but they sold like the shelves. And I was this kid watching it happen like, Jesus Christ, bro. They're getting decimated out here. They're selling the shelves. The blue light special, right. My Kmart is where the base set started. Really? That's where you ran into it the first time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so this cute little Mimikyu, he's going in here. All right. They had little OG Little Caesars in the stores back in the day. Good times. Now, we didn't have that. We didn't have that in ours. Or if we did, I didn't notice. I know some Kmarts did have food courts, but I think it was like their own food. I don't remember Little Caesars. Mimikyu, T10. All right. My sure got fancy. May Easier. We also had a store called Ventures. I don't know, did you guys have a Ventures? It was kind of like a Kohl's. And the outside of the store was like zebra striped, black and white. Kind of like my TheCardconomist logo, but the TheCardconomist logo is a swirl. But they were zebra striped. And they had a weird design to their building where like on the outside of the building, they did this thing where it's like diagonal stripes down and diagonal stripes up. And I remember as a kid, I'd walk by that and I'd run my hands against the stone. It was so weird. But Ventures, that was a really short-lived retail business as well. We have Kmart here in Australia, but I don't think it's the same company. It might be. I mean, it's the same brand, isn't it? I hear Kmart survived in Australia. That's right. Let me look it up. Kmart Australia. That's Kmart. Let me look it up. Is Kmart Australia the same as Kmart USA? Oh! No, Kmart Australia is an entirely different company with no business relationship, despite sharing the same name and the same logo. Oh, here it is. While Kmart Australia was a joint venture with the U.S. company in 1969, it was fully sold off to Kohl's and then bought by an Australian company, Wesfarmers, which rebranded and revamped them into a profitable lifestyle store. Weird. So it is Kmart, but it isn't Kmart. It's owned by a separate faction, but they share the Kmart brand. Is Kmart out of business? Is Kmart completely gone? Kmart is not entirely gone. As of early 2026, a few locations remain, including Miami, Florida, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The last full-size traditional Walmart or Kmart closed in October 2024. What? There are 3 locations left in the world, in America. It's a mini Kmart. The brand is owned by Transform Brands, which acquired it. What's the point? What's the point? All right, so Mr. Shahir, you are next. How's it going, man? You would like to do a slab cancel. That's perfectly fine. Let's go take a look. Anyone can do that any of the time. Let's go see what you had. You ready? All right. We got a lot of slab-aways. Yeah, that's all right, man. That's a very common thing, actually. You know what some people do, though? They just leave it there, and they let it run out of time. I like it when people they don't want their slab away anymore. I like it when people actually cancel it. Here it is. All right. Sorry about that. No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. Now, before we reveal it, let's do a little research. I'm going to do a little research on it. Let's see. What we want to make sure is that it stayed. Okay, you're fine. You're getting the full refund on it. All right, perfect. So the full refund minus a $20 cancel fee. To be honest, the $20 cancel fee, a big part of that actually just covers the PayPal fee. When you send me money and then I refund it to you, did you know they do not give me back the PayPal fee? In that wild? They actually keep it. So that $20 will help me there. So we're going to say 900 minus 538. You're owed 362 minus 20. What's your favorite way to receive that money back? You have a preferred method? I can do PayPal very easily. I can do CASHAPP very easily. I'm totally fine with the cancellation fee. Yeah, you have $342 coming your way, and you're on Venmo. I wonder if there's an easy way to do it through Venmo. Yeah, I struggle with Venmo. Isn't that crazy? Let's see. CASHAPP and PayPal are very easy for me if you have a PayPal. So let me see if I can find you. Come on now. Venmo is the easiest for me, but if you can't, So I need to get you a total of 342. And it looks like I might be able to do that pretty easily as long as they allow me to do big refunds over here. So here's one for 80. Let's see if I can issue a refund on that. Issue refund. Refund 82. There we go. Okay, so we just refunded 82. So we're going to say minus 82. So now you're at 260. Now there's a big one over here. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this. Now I have to search your name again. That's really slow, man. Why would they do it that way? All right, so there we go. So now we've got a bigger one over here for 223, it says. Will it let me? Yes. Okay, so this is a 228. Okay, minus 228. You have $32 coming your way still, so we got to look you up one more time. So this is good. I'm glad I'm able to do this on Venmo. All right, and then I will just grab a recent one and give you back 32. Sound good? Oh, it only does exact amounts. Is that right? Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Review. And there you have it. You know what's nice is Venmo might have been nicer than PayPal. I don't know how nice or how mean Venmo is. I've never researched it before. There we go. Let me just add these up. Make sure it adds up to the right amount. 228, 32. You just received a total of $342. And let me redo that math. Make sure it was all correct. So you received 342. It was 900 minus 538. Yep, everything's good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and back this to 0. That's one of the nice things about Slab Away, everybody, is if you end up changing your mind on a slab, you're actually allowed to cancel it. And as long as the slab stayed the same price, you're going to get all your money back. Now, if it dropped a bunch, that's a different story. If it drops in price, we take the difference out first, almost like I'm buying it back from you at the new market price. But as long as it stayed the same price, you're getting all your money back. So that's one of the beauties of Slab Away. Doesn't affect your credit score, doesn't leave money sitting on your credit card or anything like that. It's one of the reasons why it's so popular. All right, thank you, Mr. Shahir. And cool. Now we got another card we can sell. No way, Golden Corral is such a good buffet. Unlimited steak. It's 10 out of 10. There it is. Little Greninja there. What do you guys think of this Greninja? It's interesting. We're getting Mega Greninja pretty soon. but I feel like we just had this Greninja. You know what's interesting about this card, Mr. Shahir? I'm pretty sure I got this card from somebody in our group. I don't remember who it was. Somebody graded this through me, and then they sold it to me after it came back. There it is. So I didn't originally buy this one. I just acquired it over time. Let me go ahead and put in a sleeve. He's getting a little bit older over time. This Greninja is. We are. All right. Very nice. Yeah, anyone who needs to cancel your slab away, don't be bashful about it. I like helping you cancel it because it allows me to resell it sooner. So you're doing me a favor if you cancel it sooner. Okay, we have Wendy's here, but it was originally ice cream, hot dog, and thick shake business. The business slowly went out of business, and the U.S. version has started to open in the past few years. Oh, you're saying in Australia, it's an ice cream, hot dog, thick shake business. Oh, very weird. It's a beautiful card. I'll buy it one day. Just need the cash for something else. Oh, I hear you, man. All right, so that's all set. Let me go ahead and close out of there. And now we're heading over here, and I think we have a Sarah order. She says, 1 Pokemon Japanese Jumbo Break, 10 Poke Shuffles, and 5 OP13s. All right, so here is a little energy card. This means the Jumbo Pack Break is halfway full, everybody. So the Jumbo Pack Break has room for 2 more people. One of the more popular things on the menu, by the way. There's definitely none in Australia. 10 Poke Shuffles. Oh, I think your timing is good on the Poke Shuffles. Let's see what's going to happen in here. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see if you get lucky or if you get unlucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cold ones? Wow. Well, I was saying I felt that you it's maybe a nicer time to open these because look at how many cards have come out of there. So all these have come out, but the slab box itself is so full. So it just feels like it's pretty full right now. That's why I was saying that. That's unlucky. I'm sorry, Sarah. That's really unlucky. Let's see if your luck changes with your next order or your next part of your order. So 5 of the OP13 Japanese packs. All right, so it's not over yet. Still time for you to have a really exciting crazy luck, which you had crazy luck on your previous order with that Charizard. It was for Japanese Jumbo. Oh, my bad. I'll grab that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I need to make a fresh round of those. You know, somebody else was asking about those jumbo packs. And right now, you're the only one who buys them, but I think other people are thinking about it. They're at least on the fence about it. At least give Sarah a consolation prize. All right, we're going to get you the consolation prize, Miss Sarah. Here's a holo. Here's an SR. Here's Goldie Roger. All right. Goldie. Oh, there you go. Goldie Roger leader card. And Trafalgar Law. That round wasn't too bad. You picked up the leader card. Here's some of these holos. You can keep the holos. Thank you, Miss Sarah. She tends to do that. All right, so I'm going to place these here because we actually still have to open something for you. All right, let's start building it. I think I might make 4 of these, maybe. I'm a little worried if I make 4, it's more likely that I run out of one of the booster pack types. And so what that'll force me to do, it'll force me into, like this right here, yeah. So this is going to force me to get a new Terra Festival out. So I might be restocking a lot of these as we make 4 of them. right. That was actually pretty tough. I had to go open a fresh case of these. Forgot we had been selling out of these. Oh, look at that. It's cool. If anyone I've come across, I've been doing this for a few years. What? All right. Oops. Boop. So, I have the most poop potential? Listen, I'm not feeling that constipated. Okay, 4 of those. How do I get in contact with you through email? Hey, how's it going, Luke? My email is just TheCardconomist@gmail.com. Pretty straightforward. All right. You know what we could use, guys? Some literal card artists to draw actual hand-drawn cards. We are looking for that. These aren't part of it, are they? No, these aren't part of it. I'm not supposed to be selling the V-Stars. These are not supposed to be for sale. They're supposed to be rare. I think I might have slipped one of those into your last round. Or one of the rounds. All right, so, but these are for sale. So you got 3, 4 of those. So what you're watching right now is me building up a Japanese jumbo pack for Miss Sarah, as well as 3 more of them, so that next time we don't have to do this. We can just go grab them. Got a little rocket. Here it is. Here's a little rocket, here's a little rocket, and here's a little rocket. And here's some of these. Okay, little Lugia. Who doesn't want a little Lugia? I will reach out to some people for you. That's out of my department. What? There's departments now? This is getting too complicated already. All right. I've been getting some people reaching out to me, man. I get reached out to by a lot of platforms who say, please come make content over here. And I go, I don't think so. I'm just like, I don't got time for that even. 2 of these, 1 of these. We're going to be the premier platform. They always have like a vision. We're going to shake up the fill in the blank business. Oh, but there's only 1 of these. All right. Only 1 of these. So your round's going to get this, but the next round won't. That means I got to lower the price. So I'm going to the menu, and the jumbo pack break shall fall down in price to $155. I have to change that on the website as well. So yours will have it, but the next 3 will not, because we are sold out finally. Ooh, 1 pack of this left. Okay. I would reach out. Did Logan Paul reach out? No. I'm not cool enough for Logan Paul. One time, Gary V told me he wanted me to sell V-Friends. Did you know that? He contacted me on Instagram and said, hey, I want you to sell V-Friends. And he made it sound like he was going to provide me with V-Friend product. But he did not. So he was very, very nice. But in the end, he did not provide me with any V-Friend product. So I was willing to do it. I kind of like him. He's a cool guy. Maybe a little high energy for some, but I like Gary Vee. I don't mind him. All right, let me go get some more triplet beat. But he did not provide any product in the end, so I just didn't do it. Triplet beat, you say? Where do I hide the triplet beat? I don't even know if I have any more. I might have sold out right there. So I don't see any here. Triplet beat. Triple chocolate beat. I don't see any here. Just looking around. What is this? Oh, that's the Terra Festival. Okay, so we had some open Terra Festival. That's good to know. All right, let me check out there, guys. I'll be back. Oh, we got it. We got plenty of triplet beat. Oh, yeah. Got a fresh box of that because we were short on it. V-Friends is kind of zesty. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it is. All right. Have you been contacted by the official KU distribution? Yes, I actually was. I was contacted by KU, but at the time I didn't really like their product, so I did not respond. They said, we noticed you have bought our and sold our product on your channel, and we would like you to sell more of our product. And I didn't respond because at the time I had decided I don't really like selling KU products. They feel a little weird. They don't feel like normal cards. And I don't know, the quality wasn't where I wanted it to be, which maybe they've improved the quality, I don't know. But the quality just wasn't where I wanted it to be for something that I sell on my channel. So I was like, nah, I don't need to sell that. Here, let's open this up too while we're at it, since it's right here. They do have a lot of good product now. There we go. Yeah, actually, I ran into their stuff at Target. KU's the future. What? I do remember selling KU Narutos and KU SpongeBob's and KU. What else did we sell that was KU? I don't know what else, but I saw a KU My Little Pony on the shelf. There was only one pack of it left. There were virtually no cards on the shelf. Everything was sold out. But there was one pack on the shelf at Target. I said, that's KU. KU was just some weird little thing you bought on Alibaba in the past, you know? To think now it's a more reputable company. It's pretty cool. Good for them, huh? All right, now, for these, sorry if this is taking a while, but it's going to be exciting when we open it, right, guys? Got to make it right. It's like baking a cake. Got to add a little spice. You got to add a little cinnamon. Okay. All right, we got these future flashes. We're out of this, the mega, and we're out of this, it looks like. So we're going to grab a box of the 2 megas. All right. Mega Simp and Mega Brave. That's what we're doing next. We're getting Mega Simp and Mega Brave. Let's see what else we need, actually, because we know we need more of these 2 sets. Here is Inferno X. We're good on Inferno X. Here's Chili Powder. And we already did Electric Breaker. We're not doing 2 Electric Breakers. Here's Fusion Art. So weird. Where did we find the Fusion Art from? All right, good. Last box. Looks like we had a whole bag already of the Journey Together. Here's Scarlet. Gotta get some Scarlet in there. It's a lot of cards, isn't it? Does that look like a tasty treat to you guys? How does that look on your screen? It looks tasty, right? These are $155 per pile if you like to open something a little strange. Looks like we're getting some more of this Nightwalker, yep. Whatever it's called. So that's a fresh bag of that, box of that. It looks like we're getting some. This is how I should have done it. I should have waited until I knew everything that I needed. So I need Heat Wave. I need the Night, whatever it's called, Mega Simp, and Mega Brave. I need 4 different boxes to come in here. I'll be right back. Let's get them. All right. We got these 4 beautiful boxes now. Stay. And now. I injured my hand today. My hand hurts so bad. I like sprained my hand getting up. Have you ever done that? That's what happens if you get up too fast, too forcefully, and you like pull a muscle in your, or tendon or something in your hand. Oops. Brony, stay mad. Jacob says, I think my order's doubled. You think you sent it twice? I'll look that over for you. All right, there we are. What time is it? 7:21. I got to step it up. We got to get it done. All right. That's Mega Gay. And throw this away. Now we just need to refill the others, right? So Heatwave Arena simply needs to be restocked. We can't leave it unstocked. I sprained my hand doing something else, mister. What? This, he means he sprained his hand dipping his fingers into holy water at church. Good for you, bro. Go with the Lord. Been dipping too hard, you know what I'm saying? Because he loves the Lord. He is mega brave. Mega brave. Free one soon. Yeah, we're supposed to work on the giveaway, but then we got a Sarah order from hell. We got the Sarah Jumbo Japanese pack order from hell. The truth is, if we had simply made one of these, we probably would be done already, because I wouldn't be restocking all these Japanese sets, but let's get her done. We're saving time in the future doing this. And it's only a Wednesday. If this was a Friday night, I'd be more concerned about slowing down too much. You don't want to slow down too much. Oops. Come on, man. Ah, there it goes. You love me, but sorry for the long wait time. Love, love me do. You know I love you. What other Beatles songs were about love? Half of them? How about that Strawberry Fields song? Strawberry Fields forever. All right. Strawberry Fields forever. Dang, dude. That's gay as hell. All right. I'm feeling fruity today. Whoa. The Beatles are zesty. Rock Lobster was a Beatle classic. There you go. And overrated. What? There you go. Don't let me catch you in a dark alley, bro. Beat you up. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. All right. You ready? All right. We got your beautiful jumbo pack. It's got the last pack of the Ruler of the Black Flame in it. Actually, I think there is one more pack in the dummy bundle, the bundle that helps me make other bundles. Okay. I really love the Beatles song called Layla. Layla. Ooh. Oh, oops. All right. I really like that Beatles song called Down with the Sickness. Paul really hit a zesty note when he said, wah-ah-ah-ah-ah. Okay. Here it goes. Woo! Here's Zapdos. Disturbed. Remember when we were younger and we thought Disturbed was like good and cool? Who remembers that time period? Huh. So glad I got older. Here's Zapdos. That is divorced dad music now. 100% divorced dad music. Without any doubt. Here's, whoa, Tyranitar. Here's some Halos. That's 151. No luck there. Here's this cold guy. Here's Pokemon Go. All right. Nothing crazy popping out. So you're saying there's a chance. Dear God. Let's go ahead and pick these up. Get back up there. Oh, Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Oh, ooh. You've got Glaceon. Wow. Here's a cold one. Here, oh, you're missing one pack. I know which one you're missing. I know which one. Here's a Lycanroc. Here it is. Mister, have you gotten the divorced dad sets yet? No, but been pushing fit out. If that guy ever wants me to be a private if he ever wants me to be a private equity investor in whatever he's doing, so I have some kind of partial ownership, I don't even got to be paid anything. I just like to be partial owner. I'll push his card set all day long. I don't mind. Here it is. Here's a cold one. That's what I would do if I started up what appeared to be a successful card company. I'd go look at some serious content makers in the hobby, in the circles, and I'd say, how would you like to be partial owner of the company? But you got to push the cards all day. You got to have them on the front of your table. You got to talk about them. You got to grade them. I'd be doing that all day long. Ghost is overrated. Seeds of Separation, I think, was the last set. Seeds of Separation. My God, bro. There we go. Ow. Strawberry fields forever. Here's Altaria. Look at that Altaria. Oops. Boop. Hey, you never know. Haha, between work and taking care of the Madre, I have very little time. I can buy you Pokies, though. Ooh. Baby, you could drive my car. Baby, you can drive my car. Here's a cold one. Here's... oh, Kingdra. I don't even like the Beatles, said the guy with the worst musical taste in the group. Here's Chacodet, Mr. Sing-Song Frank Sinatra. Come fly with me. I don't remember his music. What did he have? He had like New York, New York or something like that. There you go. Haven't checked in on any Weiss sets. Pretty blah sets lately. Yeah, you know, I can actually tell that they're pretty blah myself when no one says, bro, you got to get this set, bro. So when no one contacts me and says, you're going to miss it, I can usually feel the, it's in the air tonight. Here it is. Da, 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 in the air tonight. All right, that was for our friend, Miss Sarah. All right, Sarah. So I would say your jumbo pack, not too crazy. Oh, your owed one pack. Your owed one pack. Are you ready? Blah, 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 blah. I did it my way. There you go. And there you go. He's got to have it too, right? And, ow. And, oh. Here you go. Damn, mister. They had the horse girl on, but even the SPPs from that set are barely hitting 300. Oof. No, not the horse girl. I'd grab her by the mane, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what any of that means, by the way. You should join American Idol. Oh, yeah. Oh, say, can you see? Kingdra. I'm a really good vocalist. All right, there we go. Miss Sarah. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, look at that. Very, very nice. Not the craziest round, but I'm a big fan of this Piplup right here. I really like the Piplup. He could be a good, strong, valuable card over time, to no one's surprise. Are you still on Wegovy? Yes. I take another shot of it on Friday. So Friday is when I take a shot of Wegovy. And so I'm on shot number 2 now. And I've just been kind of documenting my feelings on the drug. It's given me a lot of headaches, really bad ones, migraines. It has not made my cravings go away, but it punishes me badly if I act on them. So if I actually eat food, I get horrifying headaches. That is what I'm learning over time. If I eat food, I get bad headaches. Miss Sarah Dusenberry, slab away payment for Houndoom. All right, let's scroll down. Miss Sarah. Neo Houndoom going to 580. I bet you that card is so underpriced right now. You got it for less than 1,000. All right, we're heading over to the website. I don't know, it sounds terrible. My pain, but pain is beauty. It's not that much pain, to be honest. But you know what is painful, Arturo? Dying of diabetes and dying of heart disease and whatever else you might get. So for me, I do not have those things right now, but I think I will get them if I do not lose weight. So that's how I feel about it. And so I'm interested in losing weight. Here's Wick. I know my dad, he had open heart surgery. And he was always kind of fat. He wasn't like bad fat, right? Like he was actually kind of muscular, but he had like a big old belly, right? So he loved food. He just loved food. He'd eat tons of it. He was good at cooking too. And he had a heart condition that caused him to get heart surgery, and it was very expensive. And you risk dying during heart surgery. It's a pretty big risk. He survived it, but from what I understand, he's like as skinny as a stick now. So I want to skip the whole heart surgery part and try to just get skinny on my own. It's really hard to do unless you're like super focused on your health, and you almost have to raise like your health awareness level up. And for me to do that, I have to like stress over my health. Like I really have to worry. I have to get like scared, you know, like I have to activate parts of my brain that say, bro, you're going to die. And then I start working on it. I go, this is important and I have to work on it, right? And so for a lot of people, they lose weight when the heart attack occurs or when they're very close to it. They start caring. And it's like a problem with the human brain where you just don't care about it until there's real consequences or real results, like being diagnosed with heart disease or being diagnosed with diabetes. So I'm aware of this problem. When I feel low stress, I love to eat. I love food. I'm like Santa Claus, ho, ho, ho. And I just eat enough that I gain like a pound a month that I shouldn't be gaining. And I've been doing that for years. So, you know, as the years go by, I'm just getting a little plumper every year. And so I'm going to try to reduce my appetite with Wegovy. We'll see how it does. The biggest problem with the drug actually is the price. I don't think the average person is going to afford it unless they get on insurance or unless they get it through this new Trump RX thing or whatever it is. So they really ought to make it, you know, when you think about all the diseases related to obesity, they really ought to just make it free for everybody. You know, the government ought to just pay for it. And I think that's probably a good, if it truly works, which I'm reporting back to you guys if it works. Today, I went out to eat at the Chinese buffet. I could only eat a small main plate and then half of another plate. It's not that I didn't want more, but I was actually pretty scared about the consequences if I kept eating. So that's what happened. And so now I have like a smaller amount of food in my belly right now. So that's what's going on. I'm like, I'm going to die of a headache if I eat 2 full plates. So, which is what I would normally get. All right, Mr. Jacob. Jacob, according to this, the order you tried to send did not go through. That's what it says. On my screen, it says the order did not go through. Let's see if it talks about the method of payment. If it's PayPal, I'm going to go check PayPal for you. Payment via PayPal. So I'm going to go check PayPal. I don't eat too many cookies. Yeah, cookies could do it. But even when I'm not eating sugar, because I did that for a long time, by the way. Remember, I had like this break from sugar. I said, no desserts in my house. Even when I have no sugar, I just load up on more other food types. So it's like the calories are just displaced by larger, like, okay, I didn't have a cookie. I didn't have any cereal. I didn't have any candy. I didn't have any of that stuff, right? Okay, Well, then I'm going to have 2 whole plates of eggs because I can just eat endless eggs now. And it's crazy. I could just eat crazy amounts. Here it is, Mr. Jacobs. So on my screen, your last order was for $1. And after that, you sent no more orders. So it looks like, let me just expand this to make sure. It looks like we only got $1 from you. And those orders you were worried about did not go through, okay? So it looked like you were trying to do them on the website and something blocked them. What's this? This says online shopping? What the hell does that mean? Oh, the white flares. That's so weird. This was a mobile payment. Wow, the website's so strange. It all transacts through PayPal, it looks like. Like, no matter how it works, it always ends up going through PayPal. I'm not sure if that's always accurate, but it feels that way. All right. How about this giveaway? You guys have waited a while. Here it is. It says free. That is the keyword. We're going to hit refresh on the Nightbot system. Now type in free to get into this Pikachu, and then we got to pick out a new giveaway. Okay. The GLP-1 should help you do intermittent fasting or 1 meal a day, get all your nutrition in a 30-minute window. I'm on the lowest dose of it. And I think if you raise the dose, I will seriously start losing weight because I would just not be able to eat. It makes you want to throw up. It gives you a severe heartburn. And for me, the biggest issue of all, it gives me actual headaches. So they're like migraines, and they're so bad. They're like extremely bad. So I get migraines and heartburn and nausea. And so I've not lost my cravings, but if I try to eat, I know I'm just going to suffer all day. It's almost like, you know, when you're sick with the flu and you don't want to eat, it's like that. It's turning into that, where it's like, ew, do I want to feel like crap for the rest of the day? All right, A. Perez, you're making it on. You're number 19. Actually, we don't even need to write this down, do we? So you're number 18, A. Perez, 18. And then Mike's side is 19. Look at that. And then number 20 is Tyler. All right, Tyler. What's your biggest losses on any purchase? Landing on 14. Who's 14? It's Alexandria. It's Miss Alexandra Noor. Oh, yeah. What's my biggest loss on any purchase? Well, you could talk about scams I'm dealing with. I have a guy in Japan who owes me 2 cases of Pokemon Black, 2 cases of Pokemon White. That has been a colossal loss, and I'm still waiting for him to fulfill it. But that one's been one of the biggest losses in a while because that was originally supposed to be other cases that he never delivered. So he agreed we'd convert it into Pokemon Black and White, and that conversion, I already lost money. And now I still don't have those cases, and I've never been able to materialize my profits or my original investment off of them. So that's been a multi-$1,000 loss. It's been huge, like 10K. There's been some severe chargebacks before. That's not a purchase, but those are losses. But you're talking about a purchase. You mean like a card I bought and I lost money on it? Is there even one card that I truly lost money on? I'm not sure. They all go up in price, man. There's probably been a couple items that I clearanced, like Digimon. Okay, Digimon. I probably lost a little bit of money on Digimon. Metazoo? No, I actually ended up selling all the Metazoo. It was popular. Metazoo sold. All right, we need another giveaway, don't we? Metazoo sold. It looks like we've got this Gabriel Gallegos giveaway. Look at that. He's already on it. So this is the next giveaway. The keyword says TCC. I'm going to go ahead and reset it to TCC. Damn, I'm paying a bill online and they charge a convenience fee. Shake my head. Yeah. Greedy. Everybody's greedy, man. And you got to sometimes check people, or, you know, it's you have to fight back sometimes. It's just the nature of the world, right? Everybody's always trying to take all your money. Politician wants your money. The guy in the church, he says, you need to tithe, you need to tithe, you need to tithe. Your neighbor says, oh, you're going to have to pay for this thing. Or they say, I'm gonna vote to raise taxes on you. And then there's somebody across the world who wants to cheat in the trade. Maybe they want to use a trick to undersell local businesses in America and cost them to go out of business. And then once they're out of business, the international company raises the price of their value. Everyone's always pushing. You what people don't do anymore, they don't get like a spear out, sneak into your cave and stab you to death in your sleep and then drag your woman away out of the cave. That doesn't happen anymore. What happens now is Spectrum steals money from you somehow. Spectrum says, all right, we'll provide you internet service, but it'll be really low quality and really expensive. And it'll go in and out, it'll go out like consistently. And when it's time to cancel, we'll say, oh, actually, you're gonna have to return that equipment, and if you don't return it by this date, we're gonna charge you like $70 for it or something. You know what I mean? It's something like that. Some bullshit like that will happen. It's just fees, and it's always some trap of that nature. Or you get like a neighbor, and a tree falls in their yard from your yard. Maybe it's like on the actual line, and it falls down onto their side, and they say, well, you have to do a tree removal. But if you give me $600, I'll do the tree removal. So you give him $600, and he just leaves the tree laying down in his yard because he doesn't actually care. He just wanted your money. What? That kind of stuff. It just happens all the time, It happens all the time. Or someone steals from you, or everyone's always pushing. They're always pushing, and it's a terrible feeling. And it's because humans really are just hairless apes, aren't we? We just came out of the wild like a year ago, didn't we? As a species, we just came out of the woods like a year ago. We're not really that evolved if you think about it. We evolved to what we are relatively recently. We have like developed brains, right? Like prefrontal cortexes and all that. It gives us dominion over all the other animals. But this is something that occurred, roll history back a couple of thousand years ago, and humans were living in like caves, dude. Now we got like refrigeration and jet airplanes and AI. It's pretty... The progress has been pretty rapid, and it's because we reached that level of sentience and logic and imagination and creativity that we're able to consistently build on whatever was already been built. So we reached sort of like, I'm going to call it like a velocity or a threshold that we crossed over, like an escape velocity, where now we can continuously improve. So we reached this point where we have AI, but as an animal species, we have not really continued evolving that much, have we? We have not really continued evolving our prefrontal cortexes or our brains. That's why one of my deep-held beliefs is humans badly need DNA engineering. That's the new frontier for humanity, will be DNA splicing. It's you, your girlfriend, and the two of you will go shopping for a third donor of DNA who's going to splice like hyper-intelligence into your kid or something like that. So it'll be like a designer baby, they call it sometimes. And so you'll get the features of mom, the features of dad, but maybe a little bit of longevity DNA, maybe a little bit of IQ DNA, who knows, whatever it is you really value. And you'll be able to start constructing humans the way you construct a character in a video game. That's the future. And humans will evolve much more rapidly than we would have if we didn't touch it, right? Because how can we evolve as a species, as like a creature? How do we evolve if we've already reached a point where we have so much food we're dying? We've got homes everywhere. We don't live in the jungle in a sense. So there's no more need for evolution. It's just not going to happen that much. There'll be some natural selection between, girls picking hot guys with big wieners. That's about it. And then guys choosing girls who are attractive. That's about it. So humans will become increasingly attractive over time, but hyper intelligent, perhaps not, because we don't value that as a society that much. We do, but we don't. Like if you're super hot, your partner doesn't care if you're not a physicist, right? They go, oh, you're super hot. I'll have sex with you. So that's how it's going to go. So the actual physicists have to develop DNA engineering so that humans can continue to evolve in our already, safe society, our society that's so safe, the evolution's on the back burner now. So we have to DNA engineer ourselves. It has to happen. I don't know how I went on that tangent, but it's something I think about like all day. I think about it pretty much all day long. Here's Anthony Pariso. The Ninja Turtles. When? We got when? What does the binder break look like? Yeah, we added a couple new cards to it today. We added 3 vintage poker decks to it. Right here, they're used. So these are used. And then we added some girl cards. These are SRs. So we added a bunch of girl cards. All right, that adds some more value. And we added this holographic Minecraft card and this holographic Minecraft card. So those are the additions. It's huge. That's a good one, rip and flip. What? last hours of Fortnite before the season is over. Haven't you seen Nick talk about these people that think people have gold in your brain? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Mister, you got Final Fantasy TCG Dreamlike Oceans incoming on the 27th? No. When is that? The 8th? So that's in about 9 days. Okay, so there's a new Final Fantasy coming in soon. Good note, Miss Tammy. We'll have to get some of that, okay? Final Fantasy. Aha. Maybe I should have a sticker that talks about exactly what I want to get next. So I'll write that down, actually, Tammy. Final Fantasy. Dreamlike. Because I don't want to forget that, because I might forget it if I don't write it down. Here we are. All right, Dreamlike. All right, that's the kind of thing I will forget easily. J-Dog, I know I came. Wait, send me your epic. Weissblau has Detective Conan 30th anniversary with serialized cards. Yeah, I think the problem is no one here really watched that show. Anthony Pariso just paid $104 for this, guys. Pray for him. Here goes Anthony. All right, we got guac and marshmallow pizza. Marshmallow, wow. Crazy. Guacamole. Stomped by the foot. Ugh. Mauser Mark III. Rock Soldiers. Mutant Town. Baxter Stockman. Shredder Unrelenting. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Shredder's Technique. I like those. Ooh, anything with Shredder in it's neat. Evolving Wilds. Forest. It's kind of like a broccoli. We got Toka and Razar. Terrible Twos. Grand Coliseum. Turtle Power. Teleportation Circle. And are you ready? Toka and Razar. Terrible Twos. All right, there you have it. You got this little Raphael in the back. I love how this is like the old style right here. Look at the old style drawing. You guys notice that? That's cool as hell. I really appreciate that. Okay, here's the Shredder's Technique. It looks really, really crunchy. Yeah, broccoli pizza. Yeah, what the hell? All right. That was NES art. Nice. I recognize the old art style because that's what I had when I was a kid. Whenever I had Ninja Turtles playing on the TV, whether it be like a commercial or something like that. Here's Mutant Chain Reaction. Who watched the 1990s Jim Henson Ninja Turtles movie, the first one? The second one and the other ones are crazy. I tried to watch them and I couldn't. Bot Bashing Time. But the first one is like a classic. Primordial Pachyderm. Foot Ninjas. That looks cool, man. The whole card's holographic. It looks really nice. See, cards like that, I feel like they are gradable, even if they're technically a common. Old Hob, Bespoke Bow, Henchbots, Harmonize, Planes. Here's Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. Krong, the all-powerful. Northampton Farm. Ooh, look at that. Ronin's Arsenal. Wouldn't you like that as a holo, guys? And Leonardo Cutting Edge. Very cool. Check that out. So that is in the style of a hit card. It's got that black border around it. Very cool, man. Get these little foot ninjas for you. How neat is that? Really enjoying these. That's what I remember. Toka and the other guy from. Very memorable. So this has been selling out. This product, we just finished a box of it. It's popular. If it's selling now, it's going to sell later too. Magic sucks now, says Pilot Calhoun. Tell me about it, Magic. What don't you, or tell me about it, Calhoun. What don't you like about it? Do you not like that they do all these crossovers, all of these, what would you call them? You'd call them, I can't remember the word. Let me throw this away. What are the top chases for TMNT? You can look it up. Mr. Anthony with an A-N. They're doing what Y. Schwartz does. Anthony Haymeyer, Andrew Martin, Andy Dirksen, Antonio, and Angie. Did he say I need a new bag? He didn't say that. Too bad that Leonardo wasn't the fracture foil version. Oh, there's a fracture foil version that's more expensive, you say. Wow, look at that. Yeah, they started doing all these crossovers. There's a term for it, though. It's called buying the something license. They're licensing the intellectual art. Magic used to truly be cool. I got a couple packs of Ice Age last week. Who got the free slab? From my perspective, Magic's biggest weakness in the market as a sellable product has been the fact that you cannot really grade it with PSA. And because none of the characters from Magic are that memorable, they don't have like a cute TV show or a comic book or anything like that going for them. So this licensing move that they're doing, where they're instead paying for stories that already exist, famous characters that already exist, they're basically printing free money for themselves with this strategy, and it's going to continue because it's probably their very finest move. Paying for that spot in the regular jumbo pack break and 10 Poke Shuffles. You got it. All right. So let's see. Did I keep you in there? Is that what happened? Oh, I kept you in there. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. All right. So the jumbo pack break has 2 people in it. All right. And the 10 Poke Shuffles. You can grade through PSA. You mean just not be that popular? Yeah. Yeah, like, so if you graded some old Magic cards, they're just, it's not, you know, it's not like it's not like Pokemon. It's not even like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Yu-Gi-Oh has Blue Eyes, White Dragon, and Dragon Ball has Goku or whatever, right? So all these other brands have these major recognizable protagonists, and Magic lacks that. So Magic's doing a licensing move where they license already popular stories and say, okay, well, we can't do that with our characters, but we can do that with other characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm guessing some Magic the Gathering old heads are like, well, I don't like that. Here's Sudowoodo. When you don't realize how valuable that is to the company. All right, you pull in 1 Sudowoodo. This could be pretty good, though, Sarah. Let's find out if it's more expensive than $55. It might be, actually. Might be like a $60 or $70 card. Let's see. Universal Beyond has killed Magic for me. Oh, you might be talking about something else. See, I don't play Magic, and I never really collected it either. So I really cannot speak on it. Pretty much anyone here who actually is involved in the Magic community already knows way more than me. I'm a Pokemon card guy. I like seeing the Magic collector boosters, though. I actually like them. They're fun. Here it is, and it is 65. Look at that, Miss Sarah. So what you're looking at is a lovely AR Sudowoodo. It's printed in 2023, so it's already 3 years old. And look how crystal clear it looks through that glass-like holder. Isn't that amazing? So this could be a reroll, and it would be a pretty full reroll, or it could be a new card in your collection. What are you thinking? Magic has lost it with all these UB sets. I don't know what UB means. Magic collectors prefer BGS grading. No, they don't. I mean, that's what people used to say about Weiss. And now I see more PSA Weiss than I do BGS. I think when it comes to grading, it will always be the same. If you can get a BGS 10, go for it. If you can't, go for PSA 10. So it'll be that way for every single card set that ever exists. Your pristines go to BGS. Your non-pristines go to PSA. Ooh, you're making a tough choice on this one, Miss Sarah. Tough choice. He's a cute card. It's a nice-looking card. Can I re-roll it? Okay, so re-rolling time. So let me find out how much we're going to get out of there. All right. It says 11.7. So I will just make it, let's just round it up for you. I tell you what, here's how we'll do it. You know, I've been doing it this way already, basically. We say 90%, right? But it's so much easier to do full numbers. So we'll give you the full 12. But sometimes when it's lower, we're going to round it as well. So rounded in your favor this time. Sometimes it'll be rounded in my favor. Sound good? So here we go. Make it easy. I've been thinking about that. How do we do that properly? Because I don't want to write out a whole bunch of like store credit cards for like 50 cents or something. $2.50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so there's 13. And poor Sudowoodo, he's going back in the box. All right, you're making a scary move. I hope you pull something after this. Who knows? You might strike gold. You might get a lot more than this. We've seen it go both ways when it comes to re-rolling. Ready? Here goes. Time for the re-roll. Universe Beyond is what Magic is doing with all these non-universe sets. That's the series they're part of. So you really don't like the Ninja Turtles. 1, 2, 3. That's funny because it's the only thing I like about Magic. I don't like any of the regular Magic cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess the downside for regular Magic players is they have to wait for Ninja Turtles to pass by until they get the traditional Magic type cards. So you guys literally have to wait like an extra 3 or 4 months to get a set that's more familiar to your taste. Oh, come on. Oh, it sucks. I'm so sorry, Sarah. This time is unlucky. That's very unlucky. Let me go ahead and put you on the next giveaway card. That's really unlucky. Here we are. All right. That's why the rerolls are so dramatic. It was a good try. So we got you on this nice no rarity Kakuna. So we'll toss you there for free, okay? I still think more Magic people play the game over Pokemon, but maybe not. Exactly. I'm with you on that, mister. With me on which one? I think that it's overall good for them because, you know, the brand Magic is still on the back of every Ninja Turtle card. So in the end, they're really able to advertise their brand and draw in more normies and say, hey, we're relevant. We're relevant. Come over here. And just because, you know, maybe they're spending the last 2 years or 3 years printing some extra sets doesn't mean they're not going to continue to support their main group. It just means you might have to wait a little longer for that type of content. The other thing I'd say is they really ought to start working on an actual like Magic story. Like there needs to be a Magic comic book. There needs to be a Magic anime, something, so that they can actually start competing with other brands like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, and Pokemon, where you got Ash Ketchum, Yu-Gi-Oh!'s got the one guy, and then Goku. You need like actual chase characters, not just, oh, look, I pulled the Black Lotus card and it's a picture of a flower. Like, all right, picture, you know, it's just, it doesn't, it might excite people who have been into Magic, and that's a small static group that stays the same, but you're not drawing in all the potential new people who do want a good story or something, some reason to pay attention to the Magic the Gathering brand. Here we are, Miss Alicia. So I think that their decision's actually very good for the brand, and if you're part of that static, smaller group that really likes the old style, maybe it sucks for you. But again, you can look at it positively as, okay, we're getting all this new blood as a result. You know, people are building a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle deck and saying, hey, I really like Magic. All right, so this goes into Noctowl. Here's the Noctowl. Ooh, he's a Pokemon Center Noctowl. Thank you, Miss Alicia. Magic used to put out books on the story. Oh, I didn't know that. I never even heard of that. The problem is the normies aren't sticking around. They buy the one set, then they want to dip. Yeah. It's, you know, it's a business. It's a business, and keeping people's attention, converting them into forever customers, and keeping, you know, doing something meaningful for them it's always difficult to accomplish that as a business. Pokemon is managing to do it. Like it just released Pokopia, which has been a big feather in their hat this year, because you're hearing nothing but good things about it. Magic needs to be doing that kind of thing right now. So they've got, they're trying new, they're experimenting. I think experimenting can be very good sometimes. So they're experimenting, you know, they've got this thing going on with Ninja Turtles and with Final Fantasy, which was really successful. And they had Spider-Man before. So they're trying new stuff out, and they really got to do this because they're going to fall so far behind. They're going to have their lunch eaten by other companies, including Weiss Schwarz, which is already doing very successful licensing deals. Like Weiss Schwarz, it had Disney 100, right? So they're already making tons of money on those concepts, and Pokemon doesn't even need to do that. Pokemon's already got the best license of all. It's got Pokemon. So, you know, I think it'll just keep going that way, and Magic should try again to build like a main character. Wrath, I get you on that point. I don't see myself staying less. It takes this crossover thing further. Read up to understand, mister. Let's see. He says, these Magic the Gathering universe crossovers are the only reason I even look at them again. Like that pristine 10 Surge foil T-Fi picked up from you. They need that collectability. Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously there's this whole market for playing the game, but there's this really huge market that is also interested in card collecting, and this has been their best method of entering into that market. They're saying, hey, we can do a really good job making Final Fantasy cards or making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. And there's so many good brands out there that don't have their own card set. This is not a bad play for them, because think about it. What other options does Ninja Turtles have? Well, Pokemon's not going to print their card. They could do Topps, but Topps isn't really playable. Like, they could do Panini, they could do Topps. They could do Weiss Schwarz, but that's kind of like a brand new company, you know, like it's this company in Japan. Magic's an American company where Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was founded. It was founded in America as an American comic, and Magic's an old American company. It's a perfect company to do this licensing move. So it just seems like it makes sense in a certain number of ways. But again, they might be stealing resources from their usual team that would normally put out a new, fresh Magic set. I don't know. They already said the Universes Beyond sets laid out till 2030. Damn, that's a long time, man. So they already got the next 4 years planned. It's 8:01. I think I'm going to wrap up here, guys. It's kind of a little bit of a short stream. I started late. You guys know why I started late, right? I spent an hour before the stream making these. These are the junk packs. We got them junk packs remade again after they sold out in the morning stream. So this is what a junk pack looks like. It is full of junk. So we got junk cards in here. Just stuff I've acquired over the years. And it just needs to go. And so we've stuffed them into these little baggies. These are $3 a piece. Usually it's about 14 cards per packet. 14 cards, $3. And it's just a bit of fun, okay? So that is what a junk pack looks like. Wrath, you see, I haven't played since high school, so I can't comment, but I do understand where you're coming from. They should have kept it separate. Yeah, look at Flesh and Blood. They said no to collectors, and now their new sets release sucks. Yeah, collecting, here's the thing. Collecting and playing the game are not two separate genres. They seem like it, but they're not. The truth is, when a card looks amazing, you also want to play with it, just like in a video game. So if you're playing a video game and it's aesthetically pleasing, like you're addicted to looking at it, you're going to play that game. So it's literally, it is game design. It's game design when you make characters, when you make cards that are so good looking that you have to look at them, you want them, you want to collect them. Guess what? People are going to end up playing that too because they love looking at it. Why not learn to play it? Right? So it's a combination. It's like any video game is a combination of art and story. And there's no music, but if there could be music, there would be art and story and mechanics. Mechanics is the functional part of the game, the the brain part, the logical part. But it's art and it's function together, not separated. You don't want to separate it. Let's see. Russ says you could do that on stream next time and just bullcrap. Just saying. What happened? Let's see. I haven't played since high school. What makes it worse is they extended the timeline before sets rotate out of standard. It's now 2 years. Oh, I see what you're saying. The game isn't anything like it was. I hear you. Okay. Maybe they'll find, I'm sure if enough people actually, if you really feel passionate about it, here's what I think you should do. You should stop and actually send a letter to them. And I know that sounds like it's kind of silly or like it's maybe a waste of time, but it's really not. You should go leave them feedback, say, hey, I missed the way it used to be. Can you find a way to include more of the old style of doing things? Make sure that we are up to date on all this stuff before you move on to printing all of these, collector sets. All right, where'd the free slab go? We got to hand out some free spots. Here it is. All right, let's see. Some people just play to play. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Mr. Jacob, you're going on spot number 3. Jacob. He was very nice to me today. Jacob Chickering was. And here's Mr. Russ. How's it going, Mr. Russ? Mr. Russ. You know what we didn't do? We did not price up, Pokewing, those slabs. Let me grab one or two. We need to start working on that. It's in the title. I'm not allowed to skip it. If it's in the title, I got to do it. J-Dog, you made it on. We'll continue that giveaway tomorrow in the morning stream. Now, what do we got? I think he just pulled this card, this Gliscor. He just pulled this. So I'm pretty sure we're just going to put it back up on the table for 100. This card got pulled like a second ago. Platinum Rising Rivals Gliscor. All right, let's do it. So I think this one is actually so recent. We're ready to consign it at 100. All right. That was the previous price on it. Say C on it, on the back. Pat Gibbs. Good. And now, what do we got next? Oh, very interesting. So it's this Down into the Depths, the movie, PSA 8 for 120. You know what? I'm going to follow that too. Basically, once upon a time, I already had a price on it of a 120. So let's just follow it. Pat Gibbs. And Pat, if you want me to lower the price or increase the price, you can just tell me that you want it higher or lower. So if you higher it, you make more money, but the odds of it selling are rougher. If you lower it, the odds of it selling go up, but you make less money. That's a decision you can make as the owner. Okay. All right, so there it is, Down into the Depths. What's next? I like this one a lot. Okay, so we got this classic Pokemon Zapdos. Let's go look him up. They're so pretty looking. We're going to say Zapdos Classic Japanese. All right, and here he is. The cheapest one is 40. We're going to say 45, it looks like. 45 for the cheapest one of these. Not bad. Good. There it is. And now we've got the rainbow butter, not the rainbow butterfree, the Butterfree Tora Karuta. Okay. I feel like you actually just pulled this one too. All right. I believe you quite literally just pulled this one. Write your name down here, Pat Gibbs. So I like this because these are all kind of pre-priced, aren't they? Let's try it for 100. It's only got a grade of 1. So if you get this to sell for 100, that's a nice thing, isn't it? Okay, there it is, 100. Let's write C on it as well. Good. Ooh, this is pretty. I set. There we go. Look at that Arcanine. Oh, oops. All right. Very nice. We're going to say PSA 10 Arcanine, and it's going to say 092. All right. Cheapest Arcanine Japanese is $55 right now, so that is the cheapest one. Okay. Oops, let's grab this. Oh, it's already in a sleeve. We need this. Again, this is going to be 55. Not bad, not bad. Now, did I hear somebody sent something? Let's see. And Too late to send? For an order? What time is it? 8:09? Yeah, it's probably a little too late to send. Look at this bad boy. Oh, mama. I'm pricing these up. I'm going to try and snipe a custom. If you're sending for a live custom, I'll take that, okay? I'll take the live custom order. Those are pretty fast. Look at that Sylveon. Holy hot mama. That's a nice card. That one might actually sell. So Pat Gibbs providing us with a couple hot consignment cards here. We're going to say Sylveon. Oops. Sylveon 231. What do we got for Sylveon? That's the Netherlands. That's Switzerland. Okay, so this one appears to be in the U.S. Now it says 125. We're not going to do 125. I like this one so much. We're going to do 145. So our price is about $20 more expensive. Not really that crazy. I just think it's such a good one. It's going to sell pretty fast. And I'm going to make a little extra money for Pat if I can. So he's going to make a little extra money. What would I make? Like an extra 50 cents? Not that much. But we're going to ask a little more on that one just because we think it's a hot item, a fast-moving item. Let's hit refresh. Where the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity V sets crazy price or normal. Curious if the English hype is there. I can look them up, but I would have to go look. Now, I'm not seeing any new orders in the queue. Oh, I've got a new website order. Okay, give me a second. Let me see that. All right, so we have a order for, it looks like 2 live customs. Is that right? 2 lives. Good luck, man. The stream is so fun. I love opening these. Don't you guys love opening these? I love watching them get opened. I love it when a big hit is pulled. It's fun when no hit's pulled. That's funny too, actually, because it makes the box seem hotter. So you're like, ooh, maybe next time. Here goes. Ready? Oh, yes. Double hit? No, not a double hit. All right, so let's see how lucky you got, Mr. Nicholas. It says Dust Docks Beautyfly. Oh, that's pretty cool. We just added that one. That's pretty cool. We are Dust Docks Beautyfly. Mr. The CGC 10 Mewtwo sold for 1.1 thousand today. Whoa! Whoa! You're doing so well, Mr. Javier. That's crazy. You know, you pulled that out of the box for like $400. All right, this is no longer 900. We can't do that. We can't honor that price anymore. It's got to go up. What do you think the price should be on this, Mr. Javier? Okay, price on that's changing. Now, Mr. Nicholas, check out this card. It's $100, and you get both of them. The Beautyfly and the Dust Docks in a nice, shiny tag 10. What are you thinking on this? Keep it or re-roll? What's your consignment rate? It's pretty simple. We do 75%. The nice part is we just take care of it all for you. It's all automatic. And we can host breaks to help your cards sell. Sometimes this is a good place to sell odd cards or just cards you don't expect to, maybe you think it's trickier to sell them or it needs like a salesman to sell them. Keep it? Oh, good choice, man. That's what I would have done. It's so cool that they're a pair like that. Okay. Very nice. We have a consignment channel with the Mewtwo in it. The $900 cannot be honored. Well, I'll just go take it down. Duh. Let's just go take it down. We can't do it at 900 anymore. Not if it last sold for 1,100. You can't be missing out on that $200. Hell no. All right, looks like I never... Oh, here it is. I did post it in the Pricey Slabs channel. Let me delete it. All right, I took it down, and we're ready to give it a new price. He wants $1,200 on it. Okay, you got it. $1,200. You guys should have bought it. You should have bought it just a couple days ago. You could have locked it down, passed it around. All right. Did you pull this out of the Waifu Shuffles? Look at that. So this is another Pat Gibbs card. Tell you what, here's what we got left on these. What do we got left? So we've got Radiant Serena, Legend of Zelda 9, and After the Speech. That's what's left. Let's save these 3 for tomorrow. It'll be nice, okay? We got a couple good ones up here. You guys can look at them right now, sleep, take a nap, and think about if you want any of these, right? Some good ones here. And I'm going to hop off for the night now and come back tomorrow, and we'll see what happens, okay? I suspect some of these will actually sell. We're heading toward Friday. We're heading toward Friday. That's a good time. I'm only here for the free ones. Yes, we handed out a couple free spots on a no rarity base set card. Pretty nice. So I'll see you guys with that too, okay? More free ones tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, if you don't want to miss it, hit the subscribe button because YouTube will tell you when I'm going live. Same with tomorrow. There's going to be another evening stream too, okay? So if you want to help out, if you want to make my number go up, if you want to be told by YouTube when I'm live, smash that subscribe button. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday.